Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Howard Moxham, and I am today announcing my intention to declare for the presidency of the United States. I have today filed the necessary papers with the Federal Election Commission in Washington. I am a writer, and I am 84 years of age and on Social Security. And yes, I am just like many of you, trying to make the money fit the month. I too am used to juggling assets to pay the bills that arrive daily. But if you read the biography on me in my website, sovereignamerican.com, you will find that I have considerable experience in defense work, including aircraft, missiles, and nuclear weapons. But at the outset, I believe I should apologize to you for not making this presidential bid sooner. I know that many of you believe that I should have started in 2006, but I had believed that it might not be necessary for me to run. I know now that I have no choice but to run. Nevertheless, I will be the only candidate on Social Security. I'm just like you, trying to keep my head above water. But I can't do this alone. Frankly, the politicians of both parties have made running very difficult. So, as a result, I need your support and financial help. We need each other. If we do it right, no one can stop us. I am an independent, and my party, which I started, the Sovereign American Party, is also independent. There are many things wrong in our country, and I know where they are. More importantly, I know how to fix them. I know how to put this country back on the right track. For at least a decade, polls have shown that the country is on the wrong track. No one has been listening. Politicians have gone right on doing their thing, regardless of the will of the people. This has to stop, and I will stop it. From the moment I am elected, I will change the direction of government. Washington will be less interested in events overseas and more interested in domestic problems. We don't have to stop all trade, but what trade we have will protect Americans first. Generally speaking, however, free trade will be dead, NAFTA will be dead, and the Mexican border will be guarded by U.S. troops and sealed against illegal immigrants. In addition, the WTO will be dead, and there will be no fast-track authority sought from Congress. The World Bank will be dead, and the International Money Fund will be dead. But those are policy changes, and to make them permanent, we need to have a discussion about politicians, about the candidates who are running. If we don't change many of them, nothing will change, and change we must have. First, let's take a look at the Republicans. There are 9 running for president: Duncan Hunter, Mike Huckabee, Mitt Romney, Sam Brownback, Ron Paul, Tom Tancredo, Tommy Thompson, Rudy Giuliani, and John McCain. There is another candidate running, Fred Thompson, but we'll ignore him for the present. Conventional wisdom says John McCain should be leading, but he is not. Huckabee, Romney, and Brownback are deeply involved with religion, which is instructive where they are concerned. Giuliani is leading, but with his negatives cannot sustain that position. Tommy Thompson is going nowhere. Unfortunately, all except Hunter, Paul, and Tancredo are internationalists, the very posture that the Americans don't want. Now let's apply the same logic to the Democrats. There are 8 of them: Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Bill Richardson, John Edwards, Dennis Kucinich, Mike Gravel, and Chris Dodd. Unfortunately, all of them except Kucinich are internationalists, and therefore are unacceptable to the electorate. In fact, Kucinich is the only one who carries a copy of the Constitution. In addition, on Friday the 13th, 2007, Clinton and Richards were overheard trying to limit the debates to just themselves, proving that they are just the usual penny-ante politicians we all hate. Neither will make it to the White House. But as everyone knows, this election is about much more than just the desire of these politicians to be president. It's about much more, but there is a question that has to be answered first. Which one do you trust in an emergency or an actual attack with nuclear weapons? I know more than a little bit about nuclear weapons, and I know that you only use them in an emergency where no alternative exists. You cannot use them lightly. Some are already telling the public that we need to drop one on Iran. Such an attack would be madness. It would ensure hatred of the U.S. for centuries. It's unthinkable. It's a disastrous act. Think, do you really want to give these candidates nuclear weapons? How about the internationalists? Of course not. They're unreliable. How about the religious fanatics? Certainly not. If we need to respond to a nuclear attack, they would be terribly conflicted. A man who speaks piously about his religion, who pales at the thought of abortion, cannot be trusted either. Who's left? This election requires deep thought on your part. McCain, Paul, Tancredo, Hunter, Edwards, Obama? The latter isn't old enough to make such a decision. Edwards is too conflicted. It boils down to one of the others. McCain is strong enough. Hunter is determined enough. Who would the people choose? Fortunately, there is another choice. One who knows aircraft, missiles, and nuclear weapons like the back of his hand. One who understands the limitations of the use of power. That man is the author of this video, the chairman of the Sovereign American Party, the independent candidate for President of the United States. I know what is wrong with this country. I know how to fix what is wrong. I know how to put this country back on track into the future. I am the right man for the job. For instance, I will expand Medicare to cover the 45 million people without medical coverage. I will create a new GI Bill to educate our children through the college of their choice. I will stop the importation of workers from overseas, and I will create new taxes to eliminate the huge disparity between workers and the fat cats that run corporations. I will create a new vanity tax to take part of the millions that sports figures get. Everyone will pay up. Of course, that means I need you. I need money and I need support to make the run for the presidency. Please go to my website at sovereignamerican.com, where you can read the platform planks and donate electronically, or you can donate directly by mail at the address shown, and thank you. Now how about Fred Thompson? Unfortunately, he's an old lobbyist and unacceptable. People are fed up with lobbyists. And how about Bloomberg, the billionaire that no one knows? Where would he take the nation? The country is not about to take a chance. The people know money isn't everything. The message is everything. The way forward is clear. The choice is Moxham and the Sovereign American Party. Please join us. This election is the most important since the Civil War. It may be the last chance you have to save this great nation. You know what I mean, especially if you're older than 50. There are people who are controlling this country who the people do not approve of. You must vote. I need your support to change where we are going.